Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to jump into another deep dive.
Always excited to dig into these. What are we looking at today?
Well, today we're taking a look at the gaming giant EA.
EA.
Yeah, to see if they're still on top of their game.
Okay.
And we're going to be using this really in-depth analysis of EA's market position.
Sounds good.
I think most people listening have played at least one EA game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, FIFA, Madden, The Sims, Apex Legends, Battlefield.
Oh, yeah. They've got a lot of big franchises.
So, what's the secret to their success with these games?
Well, one of the biggest things is licensing.
Right.
They've got these partnerships that have really helped them dominate. Like Madden, for example.
Oh.
They have the exclusive rights to the NFL.
Oh, wow.
So if you're a football fan and you want a realistic game,
You're going with Madden.
Madden's your only option. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And even though they rebranded their soccer game to EA Sports FC.
Right, because they aren't with FIFA anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still the biggest soccer game out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the go-to for soccer fans.
And you know, EA has The Sims, too.
Oh, yeah. The Sims is huge.
It appeals to such a wide audience.
Yeah, it's not just for, like, the hardcore gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
But, okay, we have to talk about the
elephant in the room.
well, I was going to say their money-making strategies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because they are really good at monetizing their games.
They kind of pioneered a lot of the monetization stuff we see today.
So how do they do it?
Well, a big one is Ultimate Team Mode.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
Especially in games like FIFA and Madden.
Right.
You know, it encourages players to buy packs of virtual cards.
So you can build your dream team.
Exactly, and it's insanely profitable.
How profitable are we talking?
I mean, in 2023 alone, FIFA Ultimate Team made over $1.6 billion.
Wow. Okay, but that's got to be controversial, right?
Oh, absolutely.
People spending all this money to get ahead.
It creates a kind of pay-to-win situation.
Yeah, and some people can't afford to spend that much.
It raises concerns about fair competition, for sure.
And hasn't there been some pushback against this stuff?
Yeah, it does.
Like legally? I mean,
Countries like Belgium and the Netherlands,
okay.
they've actually cracked down on loot boxes.
Loot boxes, what are those exactly?
They're basically mystery boxes you can buy in the game.
With like random items.
Yeah, could be anything from like new characters to weapons to just cosmetic stuff.
But you don't know what you're getting until you open it.
Exactly, and that's what's got some people worried.
It's like gambling.
Right, especially for younger players.
I see.
So yeah, EA's facing some legal challenges over those.
So making billions, but also walking a tightrope.
It's a delicate balance, for sure.
Well, at least their games are super innovative and always pushing boundaries, right?
Well, that's where things get a little more complicated.
Right.
While EA is commercially successful,
Right, they make a ton of money.
they've also been criticized for a lack of innovation.
Especially with those yearly releases.
Oh yeah, like FIFA and Madden.
Yeah, it can feel like you're paying full price for just like a roster update.
Exactly, and gamers are starting to notice.
I mean, they're tired of being nickel and dimed.
Like Battlefield 2042?
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
It was supposed to be this big, innovative game.
Right, I remember the hype.
But the launch was a disaster.
Lots of bugs.
Tons of bugs, missing features.
Oh, no.
Players were really disappointed.
So not only are they being criticized for their monetization,
Uh-huh.
but also for releasing subpar games.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Starting to see why EA has a bit of a reputation problem.
It's a tough situation they're in.
Yeah, I mean, they built this gaming empire,
Oh, for sure.
but it seems like they've lost sight of what really matters.
What's that?
Creating engaging and innovative games.
You're right.
It's got to be quality over quantity.
Exactly. Gamers want fresh experiences
Games that push the boundaries.
that offer something new.
Yeah, and that leads us to a big question.
What's that?
Can EA reclaim their position as a leader in innovation?
Or will they just become known for prioritizing profits over players?
Yeah, it's a big question mark hanging over their future.
It really is.
And, you know, EA has this reputation
Well, yeah.
for being not the most beloved company.
Right.
I mean, some people call them greedy, out of touch.
Even villainous.
Yeah. So where's this image coming from?
It's not just the microtransactions or the repetitive releases.
What else is it then?
Well, there's this feeling that they put profits ahead of their players.
Can you give me an example?
Like shutting down beloved studios.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they've shut down studios.
Like which ones?
Visceral Games, for example.
Oh, no, they made Dead Space.
Yeah, and they were shut down.
Yeah, that's rough.
And then there's Max's.
The Sims creators.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, that's going to hurt the fans.
It felt like a betrayal to a lot of people.
Yeah, like EA was just chasing trends and profits.
Instead of nurturing creativity.
And satisfying their loyal fans.
Exactly.
So that's a tough pill to swallow.
It is.
But hey, maybe there's hope for EA. Maybe they can turn things around.
That's what we'll be exploring next.
Okay.
They're facing some big challenges.
Right.
But they also have some incredible opportunities for growth.
Oh, that sounds promising.
The question is,
will they seize those opportunities and evolve?
Or will they stick with their old ways and risk becoming irrelevant?
Ooh, now that's a cliffhanger.
We'll be diving into all of that when we come back.
Can't wait. Stick with us. Okay, so we're back and ready to talk about what EA can do to turn things around.
Yeah, before the break, we talked about some of their struggles.
Yeah.
But EA has been a leader in gaming for a reason.
They know how to make successful games.
Exactly. They have the resources, the talent.
Yeah.
So what can they do to get back on top?
That's the big question.
Well, one thing they could do is tap into nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, like re-releasing some of their classic games.
Oh, you mean like remakes?
Exactly, like the Dead Space remake.
Oh, yeah, that did really well.
It proves that people want to play these classic games.
Especially if they're updated with modern graphics and gameplay.
Exactly. Give them a fresh coat of paint.
I'd love to see some of those older EA games get the remake treatment.
Oh, yeah, like what?
I don't know, maybe Command & Conquer?
Oh,
or a
yeah.
new Mass Effect game?
EA has so many great IPs just sitting there.
Yeah, they could really capitalize on that.
But remakes aren't the only answer.
Right.
They need to branch out into new genres, too.
Oh.
They're known for sports games and shooters.
Yeah.
But there's a whole world of other genres out there.
So they need to experiment a little.
Exactly.
I mean, they did have success with Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order.
Right. That was a great single-player, story-driven game.
Yeah, and gamers are hungry for those kinds of experiences.
And immersive narratives.
I think EA could really excel in that space.
Absolutely.
Okay, so remakes, new genres.
Uh-huh.
What else?
Well, they also need to think about the future of gaming.
Okay, you're talking like mobile gaming.
Mobile gaming, cloud gaming, subscription services.
Yeah, all that.
They need to adapt.
Mobile gaming is huge.
Oh, yeah, it's massive.
And EA bought Gluemobile a while back.
Right. That was a smart move.
It gave them a bigger presence in the mobile market.
And their mobile versions of Apex and FIFA are doing really well.
Yeah, it's a whole different market.
It is.
But what about cloud gaming?
That's the next big thing.
It feels like it.
It has the potential to change everything.
Yeah, make gaming accessible to more people.
Exactly. Anyone with a good internet connection could play high-end games.
EA needs to jump on that train.
They've dipped their toes in.
Right.
But they need to fully embrace it.
Maybe work with Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, those platforms are going to be huge.
Okay, so mobile gaming, cloud gaming, anything else?
What about esports?
Oh, yeah, competitive gaming is huge.
And EA has some franchises that would be perfect for that.
Like FIFA and Madden?
They already have esports scenes.
Right.
They could be even bigger.
Imagine a FIFA World Cup, but with esports.
That would be incredible.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of opportunities for EA.
Remakes, new genres, mobile gaming, cloud gaming, esports.
Yeah, it seems like they have a lot of options.
They do.
But it can't all be good news, right?
And unfortunately, no.
There have to be some threats they need to watch out for.
Absolutely.
Like what?
Well, competition for one.
Oh, right, other game companies.
Yeah, like Konami's eFootball.
That's their soccer game.
Yep. It's a big competitor to EA Sports FC.
So EA has to keep innovating to stay ahead.
Exactly. They can't get complacent.
What else?
Well, there's also the regulatory landscape.
You mean all those legal issues with loot boxes?
Yeah. Governments are cracking down.
Especially in Europe.
Right.
If those laws become more widespread,
it could hurt EA's profits.
So they need to be careful.
Sure.
Anything else?
Well, development costs are rising.
Oh, yeah. Games are getting more and more expensive to make.
Exactly. And EA needs to find a way to balance those costs.
While still making a profit.
Right.
It's a tough challenge. And then there's the whole issue of EA's reputation.
Yeah. They need to win back the trust of their players.
Which is going to be hard.
It won't be easy.
But they need to show that they're listening.
And that they care about their players.
Okay, so it sounds like EA is at a crossroads.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They have these amazing opportunities.
But also these serious challenges.
The decisions they make now will determine their future.
It's a make-or-break moment for them.
And we'll be right back to talk about what that future might hold. Okay, we're back and ready to tackle the big question. What does the future hold for EA?
It's really it's a crucial time for them.
So can they, reinvent themselves? Can they become a leader again?
I think they can, but it's not going to be easy.
So what needs to happen? What do they need to do?
They need to make some big changes, not just like small tweaks.
You mean like a fundamental shift in their approach?
Exactly. They need to change how they think about making games.
So less about churning out sequels every year.
Yeah, less about quantity, more about quality.
Focus on making those fewer games really amazing.
Yeah, give players what they really want.
So basically get back to basics.
In a way, yeah. Remember what made them successful in the first place.
Compelling gameplay, good stories,
Mm-hmm.
connecting with players.
Exactly.
And maybe take some risks, you know.
Oh, yeah, try new things.
New genres, new gameplay styles.
We'll even bring back some of those old franchises.
I'd love to see a new Dead Space.
Me too.
And be smarter about acquisitions.
Right, not just buying up every studio they can.
But finding teams that fit their vision.
Yeah, teams that can bring something new to the table.
So it's about getting better, not just bigger.
Exactly.
And of course, they have to address the monetization issue.
The elephant in the room?
Yeah, all those loot boxes and pay-to-win stuff.
It's really hurt their image.
So they need to find a way to make money.
Right.
Without alienating their players.
That's a tough balance.
Maybe focus on cosmetic items.
Yeah, or offer more value for the money.
Explore different models like battle passes.
Or subscription.
Just be more transparent with players.
And show them some respect.
Give them a fair deal.
Exactly.
But there's another possibility we haven't talked about.
What's that?
What if EA gets acquired by a bigger company?
Oh, you mean like Microsoft buying Activision?
Yeah, exactly.
It could happen.
I mean, there are a lot of tech giants interested in gaming.
Sony, Apple, Amazon.
They could all be potential buyers.
It would be a huge shakeup for the industry.
EA would become part of this massive corporation.
Makes you wonder what would happen to their games.
Would they still be the same?
It's hard to say.
It really shows how uncertain EA's future is.
It does. They're at a critical point.
And their choices will have big consequences.
For them and for the entire gaming world.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into EA.
We covered a lot.
We talked about their successes, their failures.
And the challenges they face.
It's clear that the gaming industry is constantly evolving.
And EA needs to adapt to survive.
So what do you think? What does the future hold for EA?
Will they rise to the occasion or will they fade away?
Only time will tell.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
And until next time, keep on gaming.